Hey everyone, and happy TestiMonday! Happy TestiMonday! Happy TestiMonday! So, this is the second story about how the Lord gave me a job. You know, jobs are so important. We like to go shopping, we like to eat food, we like to have a roof over our heads. So, jobs are really important. So, I talked to you guys in the last video, should be in the same order, about how I had a job at a parking, like for a parking company basically, and I ran their parking gate. So I was working for that place and I started doing their overnight shift. So it was more money, but it was really hard because I was in school. And I mean, I was like sometimes like falling asleep. So Lord protected me and, you know, kept me from getting fired, but the struggle was getting really real. But I feel like the main hard part was like, I literally had nobody coming in and out of the gate at night. Like it was just like really not much going on. And I really didn't, see a future in parking. Like, you know what I mean? There was just so many things. So I had an interest in getting into hospitality, but I wasn't really sure how exactly I wanted to go in, how to go about it. I had applied so many times, never got an opportunity. So this particular night, the PM shift was leaving, and I was still working the overnight. One of the girls, I was talking to one of the ladies who was PM, and we were pretty cool friends. And then I was the other girl who was PM, we were good friends too, but she was leaving. Like literally she was driving her car away from the booth where me and the other girl were talking. And she stopped her car and she was like halfway already out of our parking gate. And she stopped her car and she was like, "Oh, I have this newspaper clipping of this job fair that I want you guys, maybe should go to." And me and the other girl B is in the car with me. Is in the booth with me. Girl A is in the car. She's driving off. Girl A is she's older lady. She's probably going to keep working at this place until, she retire, die, or something like that. But me and girl B, we're young. We're young and, we're not going to be here forever. So she's like, you guys should go. You should, see about this job fair. So I was like, okay. Now, girl B, she's like, "Okay, well, I will pick you up in the morning." This thing is literally the next day. And she's like, girl B is like, "I will pick you up when you get off of work, give me a call and then we'll go to the job fair." I get off work. I'm exhausted. At this time, I'm taking the bus because I don't have a car anymore because I then dented it and tore it up. I told you guys. So anyway, I get off the bus and I am dog tired. I was like, I still need to get my resume. I think I ended up getting my resume somehow. This might not have been the next day or maybe it was the day after. I don't really remember. But either way, I had my resume on me. And she, I was like, if I don't hear from her, then I'm just not going to go. She ends up calling me or answering my call. I forget how it goes. But we end up getting in touch with each other. And she's like, "No, I'm still going. So I'm going to pick you up." I was like, okay, sure. So she tries to print her resume at my house. It does not work out. And anyway, we go to the job fair. At the job fair, so when I got home, I, changed my clothes, but I put a flower in my hair. I don't know why. I just put a flower in my hair. I felt like having it, I guess. So we're walking around. We're looking for sorry if there was a noise in my apartment. Sometimes you can hear people turning on their water. But, so we're walking around the hall, the aisles of this job fair. There is a lady who is the HR of a hotel. And she has all of the list of jobs that she's hiring for. And I see overnight front desk agent. And I look at that and I was like, "Oh, I'm working overnight now." And that is all I said. Is I looked and I was like, "Oh, I'm working overnight right now." And she took it from there. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you should apply. I want you to apply. What is your name? Oh my gosh, I love that flower in your hair. Like this hotel is all about having your own personal style. Like we love things like that." Like she literally went like a mile a minute, and I was just like, she was like, "We're gonna call you. We're gonna have an interview. I want you to send your resume over." Like I left there with an interview. And I didn't even give her anything. All I said was I work overnight. I had zero hotel experience. The only thing that I had was that the parking company that I worked for was at a location of a hotel. But that literally meant nothing. I did not have any hotel experience. So, went to the interview. They liked me. They kept having me interview with, like, I think I interviewed with 2 of the front office managers, and then I interviewed with the director of front office. And let me tell you what God did for me. I was talking to the director of front office. I was answering questions really well. They were like, what would you do if someone has a complaint? And I was like, I don't know, like, give them free stuff. And so they were like, okay, you know, that's what you do in hotels. So anyway, talked to the director of front office. Okay, you guys with me? And he's like, you know, I really like you and da-da-da, but really don't have any experience. And I don't know, it had to be the Lord. It had to be the Lord. I was like, let me tell you something. If you hire me, you will not regret it. And that is literally all I could give him. I was like, I know I don't have the experience, but you won't regret hiring me. And I left on that note, basically. And I got the job. The next day, or maybe the next couple days, I ended up getting the job. And it was something, you guys. Like, I did not want to put in my 2 weeks at the parking place, because I was like, well, what if something happens? What if it doesn't fall through? Or, you know, what if I'm not good at this job? Like, I mean, I'm telling you, the enemy will just lie to you. You got to get out your comfort zone. But that is how the Lord gave me yet another job. And I can't wait to tell you about this next one. It's actually the current job that I'm in, and it's a great testimony for our next TestiMonday. See you guys soon. Bye.